Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. A body was found in the Ohio River over the weekend. Conservation officers were called about a body floating downstream Friday afternoon in Posey County. They were able to recover the body and identify the victim as 62-year-old Ronnie Felton of Evansville. Foul play is not suspected. An Owensboro man was arrested in Huntingburg after being seen driving dangerously. On Tuesday morning, Huntingburg police were called about a truck driving southbound on the northbound lane of US 231. Officers eventually located the vehicle driving in the center of the road. Officers initiated a traffic stop and found the driver, 31-year-old Robert Robertson, intoxicated. He was offered a chemical test but refused. Robertson was taken into custody, and officers found paraphernalia and methamphetamine on Robertson's person and in the truck he was driving. Robertson was taken to the DuBois County Security Center on charges of operating while intoxicated refusal, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia. A traffic stop in Shoals landed a Lagodi man in handcuffs. 59-year-old Kelvin Kennedy was pulled over for a moving violation on Monday afternoon. After a canine alerted officers to the presence of narcotics, police searched both Kennedy and his vehicle. 1 gram of methamphetamine was found on Kennedy's person. Controlled substance paraphernalia and methamphetamine were found inside his car. Kennedy was arrested and booked into the Martin County Security Center for a felony count of possession of methamphetamine and misdemeanor counts of possession of a controlled substance and paraphernalia. And 2 people are facing meth charges after talking with a Martin County Sheriff's deputy. The deputy began talking with 28-year-old Travis Salmon of Lagodi and 29-year-old Carissa Litz of Williams, while on foot patrol near a vehicle in a Lagodi alley on Saturday. After smelling marijuana, the deputy searched the vehicle and found methamphetamine. Salmon handed a bag of marijuana and a burnt marijuana cigarette to the deputy. Salmon and Lentz were transported to the Martin County Security Center. Salmon was charged with possession of methamphetamine, and Lentz was charged with possession of methamphetamine and marijuana. And a Shoals man is behind bars after a weekend traffic stop. 31-year-old Jonathan Payne was pulled over for moving and equipment violations on US 50 on Sunday evening. When a canine alerted officers to narcotics, police searched the vehicle. Approximately 1 gram of methamphetamine, 52 grams of marijuana, and paraphernalia were found inside the car. After the car was towed away from the scene, Payne agreed to let police search his garage. Officers report finding additional methamphetamine, marijuana, paraphernalia, and digital scales. Payne was taken to the Martin County Security Center and charged with felony counts of possession of methamphetamine and maintaining a common nuisance, and misdemeanor counts of possession of paraphernalia and marijuana. As a reminder, Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb has signed the executive order implementing new COVID-19 restrictions for counties that have a high positivity rate based off the ISDH's color-coded county metrics map. Each county is assigned a color based on the average scores of the 2 metrics, the amount of weekly cases per 100,000 residents, and the 7-day positive rate for all tests completed. These metrics and color status are updated every Wednesday at coronavirus.in.gov. If the county is shaded in blue, there is a low community spread. Social gatherings of any kind, including indoor and outdoor, are limited to 250 people. If 250 or more people will attend a special seasonal or commercial event, a plan must be submitted and approved by the local health department in at least 7 days in advance. Now, if a county is shaded in yellow, there is a moderate community spread. Social gatherings of any kind, including indoor and outdoor, are limited to 100 people. Events with over 100 people must be approved by the local health department at least 7 days before the event takes place. If the community spread is approaching high levels, the county is shaded in orange. Indoor and outdoor social gatherings are limited to 50 people. If over 50 people will be in attendance, the event must submit a plan and be approved by the local health department at least 7 days before it takes place. Now, if your county is shaded in red, there is a very high positivity and community spread. All social gatherings are limited to 25 people. If over 25 people will be in attendance, then the event must submit and receive approval from the local health department at least 7 days before. This includes college and professional sports. Face coverings are still required and are required for all Hoosiers, regardless of the county's color code. All stores are required to have a visible sign stating that face coverings are required at all public and employee entrances. All customers in restaurants and bars are required to be seated. Tables, counters, and other sitting arrangements must be placed 6 feet apart. The executive order is in effect through at least Saturday, December 12th. Local governments may impose more restrictive guidelines. Governor Eric Holcomb says the state is not asking too much from people in the effort to control the coronavirus. The governor said yesterday that the small sacrifices that Indiana is asking for will pay off and will help limit the coronavirus spread. Holcomb says if people take a bit more personal responsibility, then all of Indiana will benefit. So please continue wearing a mask in public. Also practice social distancing and wash your hands frequently. Those interested in applying to the Army's West Point should make plans to be at the Huntingburg Airport tomorrow. The airport and the NDOT Office of Aviation will be giving a public entry process presentation about aviation operations for students, parents, and the public on Wednesday from 1:30 to 3 p.m. It will take place in Hangar 5 of the Huntingburg Airport. Aviation Operations is a program that was established this fall for DuBois, Spencer, Pike, Perry, and Gibson County students interested in furthering their aviation aerospace education interest through Patoka Valley CTE Cooperative and partners. Airport President Jim Hunsaker says that the class will assist students and their parents navigate the complicated process of applying to the Army's West Point. This event has limited seating and in an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19 will be following recommended guidelines. Members of the public are strongly encouraged to call ahead and to make a reservation. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center in Jasper has named their next Daisy Award recipient. Connie Fella is a BSN and RNBC at Memorial Hospital's Heartland Cardiology. Fella is described as one who deeply cares for patients and their long-term success, as well as the successes of Heartland Cardiology. The hospital says that they are blessed to have Fella as part of their caregiver family. To learn more on how to nominate a nurse or for more information, visit mhhcc.org or call Tammy Billings in Human Resources at 812-996-0154. The DAISY Award is an international program that recognizes and celebrates the extraordinary clinical skill and compassionate care given by nurses every day. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center is proud to be a DAISY Award partner and recognizes a nurse each quarter. And Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center has also named the next Gardner Award recipient. Franny Brosmer is an RVT and RDCS in Memorial Hospital's cardiac lab. Brosmer is described as being a ray of sunshine and is known for her unbelievable scanning abilities and cardiac vascular knowledge. The hospital says they are thankful to have Brosmer as part of their team. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center created the Gardner Award as a result of the internationally known DAISY Award that recognizes the superhuman efforts of nurses. Memorial Hospital is aware that it takes an entire team to function as a hospital. This team not only includes nurses, but also maintenance, billers, therapists, medical records, food service, etc. Every employee is necessary and plays an important role every day. To learn more about the Gardner Award, visit mhhcc.org or again call Tammy Billings in the Human Resources Department. Again, that number, 812-996-0154. That has been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. Zach Gruber pays his weekly visit to the DuBois County Humane Society. Then it's your local weather outlook and sports coming up on 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.